Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. This is Apostle Ricard back once again with another impromptu, this little impromptu video. And I'm going to entitle this video, Be Not Concerned with Them Who Are in Spiritual Comas. Okay? Now, basically, that's talking about the 2/3 of our people. Because the other nations, the so-called white man, Esau, and all the other nations, they're not going to make it no way. They're not going to wake up to the truth because the truth is not for them. The truth of this Bible, the knowledge, is only for Israelites, man, of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which is who? You so-called Negroes, African Americans, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans. And when I say Hispanics, meaning whether you're Puerto Rican, Mexican, Dominican, okay, Guatemalan, any one of you tribes that are really of so-called Indian descent that speak Spanish, okay, and you Native Americans on the reservation, okay, and the so-called Negroes and Negro people of the Caribbean, Jamaicans, Haitians, Trinidadians, okay, that's the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which are scattered throughout North, Central, and South America. But anyways, be not concerned with the multitude of them which perish. That's what the scriptures say. But the title is, be not concerned with them who are in spiritual comas, which is talking about our people. Because here it is, these so-called Christians, because when you ask them what the word Christian means, they don't even know. People like this guy, Hocab Malone, which he set up anyway, I keep saying that, but other people would like him. Like, you may come to them with the scriptures and you try to bring it out to them, and some of them may listen in their spirit, because there's certain brothers who have woken up to this truth, right? And they used to be so-called Christians, but if they woke up, it was only because they were of the elect anyway. But if you're not of the elect, you ain't going to wake up. The rest of our so-called people out here, the Lord said in Zechariah 13:8 that 2/3, which that's the majority of Israel right now, is not going to make it. Yahweh Shah said, narrow is the path that leadeth unto life in Matthews, and he said, there in few there be that find that. So all these so-called Christians, people like G-Man, see, he's in a spiritual coma. He's sincere in that madness that he's into, trying to debunk the truth. And their whole thing is these so-called Christians, they're locked in that spirit of love and the fruits of the Spirit, which they don't even know what the fruits of the Spirit really is. Okay, the fruits of the Spirit is speaking and doing what we're doing, bringing out the truth in the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's the fruits of the Spirit. Being revealed, the name of Yahweh Shai being revealed unto you. And of course, the scriptures do talk about dealing right amongst your brothers. Like us brothers as in this truth, we deal right amongst each other. Okay, we exhibit brotherly love, man. Okay, contrary to what certain people have said about us. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But those people that have said things that are not true, that's just the prophecy, talking about tale bearing false witness. But anyways, to stick right to the point, these so-called Christians, because now all of a sudden, you Christians are easy, man. You're not even hardcore. It's not even hard to deal with y'all. Now all of a sudden, but in this so-called new time that we're living in, these so-called Christians have made a new emergence to try to come against this truth. And y'all weak, man. The scriptures you pull, you guys know the scriptures, right? But y'all don't understand the true breakdown of the scriptures. And then you call yourself trying to debunk what we teaching. Like Apostle Tahar did a video about fuck the 2/3. And you had this big grape ape looking nigga saying we ain't Israelites and trying to bring out scriptures to debunk that we're Israelites, because that's called Stockholm Syndrome, man. You so-called niggas and the rest of you tribes, you've been here in captivity under the so-called white man for so long that you love him, and y'all don't want to be Israelites. Y'all don't want deliverance, man. Y'all want to stay here and continue to be slaves under Esau, which is the so-called white man really at this point has no more use for you. He's ready to exterminate y'all, man. And a lot of you are going to be exterminated. Y'all a nigga, you simple-minded niggas, your day is done. You are going to be exterminated, man. But y'all in spiritual comas. We up here bringing out the truth. We reading the scriptures. We're bringing the scriptures out, and y'all trying to come against it because y'all in such a comatose state of mind. So right now I'm going to read Isaiah 29, right? Isaiah 29, I'm going to start at 9. Isaiah 29 and 9, because you're in a spiritual coma, a drunken stupor. And you know what? The Most High, Yahweh Shai is the one that put you in that. Because if he wanted you, he'll wake you up. But I'm going to read this. Isaiah 29 and 9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. That's right. That's talking about our people, the 2/3 of Israel. They're drunk. Like when you drunk and you stagger and you see a total wino on the street, dude's drunk, falling all over the place, pissing his pants, in a comatose state. You see what I mean? Now the Most High is saying that our people are drunk, right? But they're not with wine. They're drunk with the philosophies of this world and the philosophy of the devil. You so-called Christians primarily, man, or you Muslims or any other crazy philosophy that our so-called people are into. Y'all in a coma, man. I'm going to read on. All right, I'm going to read it again. Stay yourselves in wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered. Okay, now I'm going to read on to the 11th verse. Yeah, all them so-called pastors, that's them damn prophets. They're your so-called prophets and leaders that you look up to. You're spiritual men. These stupid, dumb pastors in the church. You go to church on Sunday, and all they do is play instruments and give you a live band performance. But they don't really break down the scriptures to you because y'all leave stupider than when you went in. Spiritually stupid. And them pastors ain't telling you what's going on. They ain't really telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be martial law, the chip. Now, some of them so-called Christians, and that's only because y'all been watching us. That's where y'all got it from. And if your pastor, he ain't going to tell you, but if your pastor tells you about the chip, because some of these so-called Christians are hip to this whole RFID chip now. That's the mark of the beast. Because they've been watching the Israelites, primarily GMS, because we were the primary ones going into the chip. Okay? I'm going to read on. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned. Yeah, your so-called pastors, man. You dummies, y'all go into the church. Pastor, what does that mean? Pastor, break down the book of Revelations, break down Isaiah, break down this. And then the pastor really don't know what the breakdown is, so he wings it. And because he don't know. Okay? But if he don't know, see, the scriptures know that. If he don't know, this is the answer he gives y'all. Saying, the people you go to, these pastors, asking them to try to break down the scriptures to you, read this, I pray thee. Like, break this down, pastor. What does that mean? And he saith, the pastor, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. You see what I'm saying? Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me, and and they fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. These dumb, stupid pastors in the church, okay, or your imam, or whatever, or the elders in the congregation of your Jehovah Witness. You Jehovah Witness, y'all go to the elders and the circuit overseer. Break this down to me. What does that mean? All of y'all gone. Y'all all in a spiritual stupor. You're in a coma. And that's why the scriptures tell us not to be concerned about you, man. Here, Amos 3 and 7. Right? I'm going to read that. Right? Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So you got to be a prophet for you to really be awake. See, we're awake. We're not in a coma, man. We're spiritually healthy. That's why the Lord is dealing with us. We got the true breakdowns of the scriptures, and we know what's going on, but the rest of y'all are in a coma, man. Okay, and then when you try to, and I can prove it, when you go to the hospital and see somebody that's in a coma, you could talk to them. You go there, people be talking to them. Here, yo. Hey, Jake, I'm here, man. I'm here. Hey, and you be talking to them. They don't hear what you're saying. Their spirit is in limbo, man. The body, the eyes, they're shut down. They can't hear nothing. They're not conscious, almost as if they're dead. And their spirit is really in the spirit world, but their body is still functioning. A person that's in a coma, they're pretty much in a state of death. Their spirit is pretty much in between worlds, man. Their spirit is actually floating around in the spirit world, but their body is still alive, functioning, because of the machines or whatever. And so, and then people that come out of comas, all it is the Most High sends their spirit back into the earth, into the body. You see, so you people are gone. You're dead. You're already walking dead people, like Ezekiel talks about the dry bones in the valley. So the Lord is only dealing with the people that's awake. We're awake, spiritually awake. The rest of you are in coma. So that's why really, somebody asks you a question, you could deal with it, man, if they come at you sensibly. But for the most part, brothers, for you brothers that's awake, don't get a headache. Don't get all stressed out over trying to wake up. If you show somebody the scriptures and they don't get it, then after that, you just leave it alone, man. Because they're in spiritual comas. The scriptures tell you that. Be not concerned with the multitude of them which perish. I'm going to read one more scripture, okay? And I'm going to close it up. 1 Peter's 1:1, okay? Peter, an apostle of Yahushua, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, right, and Bithynia, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience. See, and if you are in the Spirit, you're going to obey the Lord. And what's one of the, how do you obey Yahweh? By teaching and pushing out this word, and also carrying out the works of the law, which is, you grow your beard, you keep the Sabbath, you don't eat abominations, okay, you don't commit adultery, so on and so forth. Okay, scripture says faith without works is dead. But the main thing is pushing out this word, man. Okay, unto obedience and the sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. See, it said grace. He was talking to a particular group of men. Elect according to the foreknowledge is because the elect were already chosen. Those spirits were chosen before the earth came, that they were going to come to the earth and they was going to be the men of the Lord, which were Israelites, chosen line of Adam. But it was a salute onto those particular men, not to the whole world, not to everybody. He said, grace and peace be multiplied unto you. So the scriptures, this Bible is not even for everybody, man. It's not for everybody. It's only for a small, select, certain group of men, which are Israelites. First of all, for you to even be in the ballpark, you got to be an Israelite. Not a spiritual Israelite, an Israelite through the line of your father, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, through one of the tribes, man. All right? So these people that are in spiritual comas, be not concerned with them. The hell with them, man. Yahushua said, cast not your pearl unto the swine. So that's why we ain't going to waste too much time trying to sit there and debate and go back and forth with people like G-Man. They come down, we'll have fun just messing with them. But really, man, we ain't good. You're not going to convince them because they're already in a coma. The Lord have already got them sealed, man, for destruction. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to say shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.